10 awesome ninja games. If you're looking for some games where you can play as a master ninja, stealthily kill your enemies, hack and slash your way to victory, or use advanced ninjutsu tactics to decimate your foes, then this video is for you. You'll play as a different style of ninja in each of these awesome games. All of these games are available on PC, Windows. Most of these games are available on other platforms as well, for example PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. I'll make sure to mention what platforms the game is available on during that segment of the video. Every single one of these games has full controller support. I'll also put links in the video description so you can get these games on download. If you want to be an absolute legend and support the channel, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Azzavhar or Azza. Now let's get into the video. Strider is a lightning-fast side-scrolling action platform game where you play as the ultimate ninja. Use an arsenal of moves and weapons against your enemies while slashing your way through a massive interconnected world. You'll need to use Strider's lightning-fast agility to slide under and jump over enemies, allowing you to avoid their gunfire, and slice away with your trusty blade Cypher to deliver them to justice. The game has Metroidvania elements where you'll need to go to a certain area, defeat the boss, get the upgrades, and then return to past areas to progress. You can scorch your enemies, freeze them in their tracks, or deflect bullets. The indestructible Cypher Blade offers a range of tactics for you to use against your foes. Jump, climb, and run through the expansive world with high speed and agility. All of this combined allows you to engage the enemy your way. Also, there's some really intense and epic boss fights in this game. On top of that, you can earn an achievement for completing the game on hard mode, which only 2.3% of players in the world have obtained so far. Mini Ninjas is a third-person action combat adventure game that includes stealth elements and allows you to play as various awesome ninjas. There are 6 ninjas that you can unlock, each with their own unique abilities and weapons. The game allows you to swap instantly to any ninja at the push of a button as long as you've unlocked them. These ninjas have strengths and weaknesses, so you'll need to assess each situation carefully and select the best ninja for the job. All ninjas are able to use caltrops, shurikens, and bombs. You do have the ability to crouch in tall grass, which will put you into stealth mode, allowing you to sneak up behind enemies and take them out one by one. The game does not contain any graphic violence, as when you defeat your enemies, they will transform back into forest animals. You'll be exploring, collecting, and battling your way throughout the land. There are a total of 22 levels in this game and 100 secret statues to collect, which will keep you exploring for days. Shadow Tactics is a tactical stealth game about a team of specialists who are tasked with eliminating their opponents by assassinating or sabotaging them. Take control of a team of assassins and sneak in the shadows between dozens of enemies. You can play as 5 completely different ninjas, each with their own unique skill set. The group is composed of very different personalities, and it's fun to see how they all work and communicate together. For example, one of the leaders of the team, Hayato, is an agile ninja who clears the way through his enemies silently with his sword and shuriken, whereas Yuki places traps and decoys enemies towards their deadly fate. There's many different ways you can choose to approach a situation: set traps, assassinate using your trusty blade, poison your opponents, or completely avoid enemy contact. The choice is yours. You'll be able to choose from 3 different difficulty levels, and this game does have DLC available if you're interested. You can challenge yourself to complete all of the game's mini challenges, such as don't save during a mission, don't kill any civilians, complete the mission on hardcore difficulty, or complete the mission within a certain time limit. Only 1% of all players in the world have completed all of the game's mini challenges. Senran Kagura Estival Versus is a third-person, fast-paced hack-and-slash game starring an all-female ninja roster. There's over 25 playable ninjas, each with her own style, techniques, and role in the story. There's a shinobi to fit any taste and preference. This game is quite similar to Dynasty Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. You'll be hacking and slashing away through enemy ninjas using the various abilities of your chosen shinobi. Each girl has their own combat style, weapon, and power-ups, which keeps the gameplay fresh. You'll primarily be playing through a main story mode which revolves around a shinobi festival, but there's also special missions to unlock and complete. You can unlock outfits and accessories for each ninja and customize them how you see fit. On top of the action-packed combat, You'll experience dynamic camera angles, expressive animations, and full anime cutscenes that help deliver the story. This game is very much intended for a mature audience. It does have very suggestive cutscenes, characters, and events, such as dealing a lot of damage to a boss during a boss fight will slowly chip away at their clothes, not leaving much to the imagination by the end of the fight. So keep that one in mind. In Mark of the Ninja Remastered, you'll know what it is to truly be a ninja in this awesome 2D stealth platformer game. You must be silent, agile, and clever to outwit your opponents. You can approach any situation in your own style. You may want to play more stealthily and silently, make your way past enemies without anyone knowing you were ever there, or you may want to be more aggressive by taking out all of your enemies like a brutal assassin. The game gives you plenty of tools to dispatch your foes. Upgrade new tools and techniques that suit your playstyle, and complete optional objectives to unlock entirely new ways to approach the game. Finish the main story to unlock New Game Plus mode that has even more options and challenges. Only 5% of players in the world have overcome the challenge and completed New Game Plus. As a demon army destroys his village, a young ninja ventures through a cursed world to deliver a scroll that is absolutely vital to his clan's survival in The Messenger. This game is an action platformer that is heavily inspired by action platformers of the NES era. It's very fast paced, fluent, and action packed. You'll be jumping from wall to wall, platform to platform, all whilst avoiding incoming attacks from your enemies and then delivering them to justice with your trusty blade. You'll experience time travel, thrills, surprises, and humour. And this game is actually hilarious. It's got some very funny characters and dialogue. You'll be able to upgrade your character, abilities, unlock hidden levels, and discover branching paths along your adventure. The soundtrack to this game is insanely good. I'd recommend listening to a track called Hills of Destiny. I'm very certain listening to that track alone will give you the awesome vibe of this game. Aragami is a third-person stealth game where you play as an assassin with the power to control the shadows. Teleport to any shadow, become invisible, materialize weapons, or even summon a shadow dragon to infiltrate the enemy ranks and dispose of your targets. This game is very similar to the Tenchu games of the PS1, PS2, and Xbox era. It's designed so that if you play stealthily, then you'll be very strong and you'll obliterate your enemies, but fail to stay hidden and you'll be destroyed. If you're a Tenchu fan, I would highly recommend playing this game. Embark on a dark journey full of blood and secrets to discover the truth about the Aragami, infiltrate enemy lines with your supernatural powers, and fight light with shadow. You'll teleport from shadow to shadow while you hunt down your targets, and you've got a wide array of shadow powers to creatively dispatch your enemies. You can play single player or co-op with a friend. If you enjoy Aragami, you'll likely enjoy Aragami 2 as well, and the second game goes up to 3 players online co-op.
I can see you perfectly!
Ninja Gaiden Master Collection contains 3 games: Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. All 3 of these games are insanely good and slightly different from each other, making each game feel fresh. These games are adrenaline-packed, lightning fast, hack and slash ninja action. You'll mainly play as Ultimate Ninja Ryu Hayabusa, with a massive range of weapons at your disposal, such as the famous Dragon Sword, Falcon's Talons, the Eclipse Scythe, the Lunar Staff, and more. Use various ninjutsu techniques to obliterate your enemies and give you the upper hand in battle. These games can be quite challenging, but there are different difficulty settings that you can choose from to match your playstyle. You do get to play as other characters every so often and on certain levels, such as Ayane, Rachel, Momiji, and Kasumi. There's loads of extra content packed into this master collection that will keep you hooked for hours on end. Developed by Kojima Productions and Platinum Games, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance takes the Metal Gear franchise into exciting new territory with an action-packed experience. The game seamlessly melds pure action and epic storytelling that surrounds Raiden, a half-human, half-cyborg ninja who uses his high-frequency katana blade to cut through anything that stands in his path. You'll run at insanely fast speeds, dodging bullets and missiles while slicing your enemies into oblivion. You even have the ability to perfectly parry an enemy's attack, which will knock them back, giving you a few seconds of slowed down time where you can whip out your blade and go into a frenzy of omnidirectional sword slashes to completely annihilate your target, which is really fun. This PC version includes all 3 DLC missions, Blade Wolf, Jetstream and VR missions, and also includes customizable body upgrades for Raiden, including White Armor, Inferno Armor, and the ever-popular Cyborg Ninja. The only snag that I found when playing this game on Steam is that for some reason the game would not go into full screen mode, so to get around that, I bought a separate application via Steam called Borderless Gaming, which cost me £2.80. Then I ran Borderless Gaming first, then Metal Gear Rising afterwards, which resolved the issue. So just keep that in mind when checking out this game. Carve your own path to vengeance in the critically acclaimed Sekiro, created by From Software, the developers of the Dark Souls series and Elden Ring. In Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, you play as the One-Armed Wolf, a disgraced and disfigured warrior rescued from the brink of death. Bound to protect a young lord who is the descendant of an ancient bloodline, you become the target of many vicious enemies. Sekiro is one of, even perhaps the best sword combat game that I've ever played in my life. You live and die by the edge of your blade. You'll need to anticipate incoming attacks and parry or counter them accordingly, look for openings to get your own attacks in, as well as exploit your enemy's weaknesses using a range of shinobi tools. If you're defeated in combat, you do get 1 resurrection that lets you get up and continue, but if you die a second time, it will be a true death and it will send you back to a resurrection point. You can be stealthy at certain times and defeat enemies using stealth kills. However, when you're in a boss fight, it will be head-to-head combat and you'll be relying on your trusty blade as well as your shinobi tools to get through. You can unlock boss rush mode. In one of these, you'll have to defeat 17 bosses in a row without suffering a true death, which is quite a challenge. Sekiro has won Game of the Year from the Game Awards in 2019 and is genuinely one of my top games of all time. Quick question, what's your favourite ninja game? Is it one from this list or perhaps one that's not listed here? Make sure to let me know in the comments. Or come tune in to one of my live streams, chat with us and let me know there. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe and drop a comment. Feel free to share this video with someone that might find it useful.